Good morning, guys. This is Greg with Ideal Trading Ideas, and today we're going to be talking about Rolls-Royce PLC. As you can see, we have RYCEY, ticker symbol RYCEY, up on our Robinhood portfolio up on the screen. And this video is pretty much a requested video from one of our YouTube subscribers. So we're going to do a quick update on RYCEY, what's going on with it as of right now. So on the daily chart, we're down 2 cents or negative 1.12% for the day. Weekly chart, we're down 4 cents or negative 2.21%. Monthly chart, we're down 8 cents or negative 4.32%. 3-month chart, we're up 41 cents or positive 30.15%. 1-year chart, we're down 77 cents or negative 30.31%. And 5-year chart, we're down $7.54 or negative 80.99% over the past 5 years, right? So as you can see, I don't own any shares of RYCEY anymore. Once upon a time, we owned about 400 shares, and we're going to go right down to our history just to show you guys, hey, we did own those shares and we sold them off. We're going to click on show more, and just for transparency, December 2nd, 2020, we bought 400 shares at $1.63, $651.96, right? A couple of times, December 3rd, December 6th, we tried to sell for limit sales. Didn't happen. We pretty much almost held these shares for up to a year. Price goes up to about 170 and some change. We sold our 400 shares off for $680. So almost $30 in gains. Obviously, it's like 28 and some change or something like that, that we end up making, right? So we sold off our shares recently, September 23rd. So I know most people would probably be like, man, why did you sell the current price? It went up to like $2 and then it dropped back down. You could have got a little bit more. But honestly, what I want to tell you guys is what I decided to do with RYCEY is I had to really pay attention to whether or not I had bought this stock because of the growth potential, the fact that it had dropped down for so low. At one point it was probably $9 and it dropped down in 2020 to a low amount, right? $3 and some change. Then it dropped down a little lower into the dollar range. So I had to really think about it and say, hey man, the reason why I bought this is because of growth. But I have about 3 or 4 different things that I put into play in order to buy stocks. And I kind of went against all the things that all the rules that I've set up in place to purchase certain stocks, and I kind of went against those, right? And I just bought RYCEY, and RYCEY wasn't the only thing I bought just because the price had dropped down. So once I actually started thinking about it and started looking at it, it's like, man, I ended up buying it because of the growth potential, and it just took too long for it to go up in terms of the growth, right? We're hoping that within a year's time frame, which it hasn't been a year yet, we're hoping to see it jump to that $3 range, $4 range, and then so we can make a couple of dollars from it. That didn't happen. We did have the opportunity to do some swing trading if we had wanted to, or even some day trading because it had dropped down to some low points. That didn't happen for us, right? So for those of you who are doing day trading, making good money, swing trading, short term, good money, long term plays, anything within this past year, you had a chance to make your money back if you got in on the lower levels, but hey, it still hasn't kind of popped off the way I wanted it to pop off. So what we're going to do is kind of move forward on into our MSN Money website. And as you can see, we have Parametric increased stake by 14.69% to 15.91 million shares, right? So that just happened recently. You can click on it to find out more information. But we have Rolls-Royce Holdings PLC, right? And what we're going to do is look at the day's range. Day's range is from 176 to 179. It's about 3 cent difference. 52-week range is 101 to 254. So it dropped down within this last year to $1.01. Previously closed at 179, open 178, volume 250, average volume not showing, market cap 15 billion, shares outstanding is 8.37 billion, EPS 54.54, PE 32.29, no EPS for the 3 years, EPS 3 years, PEG ratio for dividend yield 15 cent or 8.42%, right? So as we scroll down, you see we have a little bit of news. Rolls-Royce just flew a Boeing 747 Jumbo using 100% sustainable aviation fuel, right? So what we do, we'll click over here and no more information. And I don't see anything else going on, but we like to look at analyst recommendations, right? So sell is the recommendation that one analyst is given, and that was given on October 28, 2021, right? So we have a strong buy, 0, buy, 0, hold, 0, sell, 1, strong sales, 0. 12-month price target is $1.29 US dollars. EPS estimate is 5 cents earning per share, right? So go through events calendar. Let me see, December 1st, 20 ex-dividend date, and 11/30/2020. So all this is from 2020, right? They paid a dividend of $1.94 back in November 30th, 2020. So that's what we have for Microsoft or MSN Money. We're going to move forward to our CNN business, where we want to actually take a look at a price forecast, right? Stock price forecast. 14 analysts offering a 12-month price forecast for Rolls-Royce Holdings PLC have a median target of $5.12 with a high estimate of $6.59 and a low estimate of $3.89. The median estimate represents a positive 189.24% increase from the last price of 177, right? So they believe in the next 12 months, we're going to see Rolls-Royce go up to between 512 and 659 with a low of about 389. So I think it's going to jump up in value. So those of you who are willing to hold Rolls-Royce for the longer term, hey, it's going to work out for you. I wasn't willing to hold it for longer than I had. So let's kind of scroll down. It says the current consensus among 17 polled investment analysts is to hold stock in Rolls-Royce PLC. This rating has held steady since October, when it was unchanged from a hold rating. So everybody is saying hold, right? And then you got showing it right there, 3 recommendations of buy, 0 outperform, 10 hold, 2 underperform, 2 sell, right? And then you can go through, look at his earnings and sales forecasts, so on and so forth, if you want to get into a little bit more information on Rolls-Royce. Always do your research. Remember, I'm not telling you to purchase any of these shares. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just showing you what I do with my own money, right? So what we want to do is kind of look at the charts. Red lines mean these are my resistance lines. Blue lines are support lines. We can actually bring them down a little bit more so you can get a better look at what's going on, and we'll kind of push back further in time. Well, we'll stop at 2015 to kind of show you exactly what's going on. So 2015, we had highs of about 16, 17. We had lows of about 730 going to 2016. We had highs of about 10 and some change. Lows are kicking in the 7 range. So for the most part, between 15, 16, 17, 18, our lowest points were like in the $7 range. Even in 2019, lowest points are between $7 and $9 range. And then our highs were like 13 in 2019. And then we ended the year off around the $9 range. So we go into 2020 and we're going to open the chart up a little bit more so we can really see. We get into 2020 and we're right over here in this $9 range, and then we start to plummet, right? So we plummet down. We stop about $3.11 before going back up to about that $4 range. Came back down a little lower, $2.80 something. Made our way back up, $5.20 before plummeting down all the way into the $1.38 range, right? So we did make our way back up before the end of the year to $3.56, but by the end of the year in December, hey, price had dropped even more. We're going to blow the chart up a little bit more, move it around. We're going to get into 2021, right? So highs of 2021 so far is where we've seen about $1.99, $2 and some change, right? That's the highest so far. Do I believe we're going to go higher by the end of the year? I hope we do. So this little rectangular box is where I feel like, hey, the stock could drop back down into, and obviously we're already inside the box, right? So most people would say, hey man, if it's in the box, hey, it's a buy, because hey, it's inside the box area. I would say, let's see if it drops down to this area, which would be like the 163 area, then possible buys, which would be right where I actually bought originally. And we would hope to see the share price drop down to just this point, which is $1.78, honestly, and then reverse and head up. And then it may come back down one more time, touching it, and then shoots up, right? and inside the low $2 area, right? So in the future, I personally believe that we will see Rolls-Royce go up in price. It just takes time. Will it end in the $2 range by end of December this year? Maybe not. We may see it sometime in the year 2022. But I believe with time, we definitely will see Rolls-Royce, just like the analysts say, shoot up to that $3, $4, $5 price range. It's just going to take time. And at some point or another, I do believe it's probably going to make its way back up into that $9 range that we once had before. And I'm going to exit that out and kind of scroll down. And I think, like I said, with time, we'll make it back up to the $9 range, between $7 and $9 range, because, hey, that's where Rolls-Royce was once, right? So what we want to do is go back to our Robinhood platform and once again talk about why I got rid of Rolls-Royce. Like, some people may not be happy with that. It's my decision. But just taking a look at what's going on with Robinhood, right? They're not allowing us to do, we don't get dividends from Rolls-Royce. You can look at it right here, dividend yield, nothing. So we're not getting paid dividends from Rolls-Royce. We're not getting paid from doing option trades from Rolls-Royce, which means that if you hold these shares, the only way you're going to get paid money is from random dividends that they choose to give you, which don't come very often, and growth. So if the price goes up from $1 to $1 or $2, so that's $1 in growth. Or if it goes from $1 to $2, $3, $4, or whatever. So the only way you're going to make money from this is by growth. So when you're doing growth, that means you're going to be doing day trading, you're going to be doing swing trading, or you're going to be doing long-term swing trading. And it's just something that I did not want to do. When I look at how I want to trade long-term, I want to purchase stocks that aren't as speculative like Rolls-Royce is. I want to make sure they're paying me dividends on a monthly or quarterly basis. And I want to make sure that I'm able to do option trades with them. Weekly option trades, monthly option trades, at least monthly option trades, in order to bring in some funds. So when I'm holding on to 400 shares of a company, I want to be able to go in and do an option trade that's going to generate me at least $10 or $20 for that week just from holding those shares. So if we're holding 100 shares and I'm able to generate $10 from those 100 shares, and if I'm holding 400, that's $40 a week that I got coming in just from holding on to Rolls-Royce. And that's something that Rolls-Royce does not do for its investors, right? We can't do option trades. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to kind of sell off, take that money and reinvest. And I think I put the money in Zynga or something like that. And you could probably look at that and say, man, well, Zynga's not paying dividends. Well, you're right, but Zynga is allowing me to option trade with it. And more specifically, Zynga is allowing me to do covered call option trades, which is going to generate money on that weekly basis that I'm talking about, right? So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, gave you a quick update on Rolls-Royce. You guys have a great day.